y'all, it's your girl Jay back at it again with the daily tarot reading for November 11th, 2021, 11/11, make a wish. Interestingly enough, the moon does actually cross over Jupiter in Aquarius, and Aquarius is represented by the star card in tarot, which is very like make-a-wish energy, being divinely guided, really opening yourself up to the collective, to like receiving the ether from the, or to connecting to the ether, connecting to the ineffable. That kind of hive mind, that connected consciousness, really having access, a deeper or closer access to that today. So I do feel like it's a great day to actually start wishing, start visualizing things going your way, start visualizing the outcome that you want. Start thinking about it, start talking about it. Let yourself really, really like dream big. Let yourself get quiet enough to see, to receive the information from your deepest inner knowing, which ultimately is you just receiving, you pulling down from the divine. And so, part of me wanted to do like a separate video, but I also feel like I'm just gonna like share this with everyone on Patreon instead of just letting this be the daily for the higher tier on Patreon. So let's see, what are hydrate, light it if you got it. For today, November 11th, 2021, as the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for November 11th, 2021. Into your lungs, take a deep breath. I can't make this the fuck up. I can't make that up. Are you fucking kidding me? The Wheel of Fortune, the most symbolic card in the deck, which is like pay attention to the signs and wonders, and then the star that we were just talking about, I have it written down. Aquarius, you can't read it. Aquarius, that says STAR, star card. Wish. Whoa. 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It's time to have fun. I feel like it's time to surrender. It's time to have a good time, really dreaming up, visualizing how sweet it is to surrender, how sweet it is to surrender to divine timing, how sweet it would feel to surrender to success, to just surrender to wealth, to surrender to just your income, your abundance, your prosperity coming into you. Just like not fucking freaking out about it anymore. Just knowing that it's there, feeling that it's coming. The thing with the Wheel of Fortune is that it's a wheel, it's in motion. So things are feeling really just shaky. Things are shifting. Things are really, could possibly even be turbulent. And you just may be full of anxiety, trying to just like hold on. And it's just like, no, things are changing. Things are changing. So surrender. It's like trust fall into the divine. Trust fall into that divine water. Let yourself be turned, because it's being turned in your favor. And also this is a turning point in your life. And that turning point has a lot to do with acknowledging that there are forces greater than you, and that you're needing to let yourself be divinely guided by those greater forces. I can't make this up. I just said the moon is going to be crossing over Jupiter. This is Jupiter. And then this is Uranus. We had that Sun-Uranus opposition a few days ago, but I feel like it's still hitting. Some of you, these changes, they're uncomfortable. This is like the uncomfortable calm before the storm. You know when your puppy gets weird because they can feel the storm coming and before you can. And so you're like, "What's going on with you? What's wrong?" It's like that kind of energy. I feel like some of you are just like really anxious. You're like looking over your shoulder. You're not really like trusting in the fact that yeah, I feel something changing, but it doesn't mean that everything's crumbling in the world and it's conspiring against me and all this. You know what I mean? It's like, what happens if you get what you want? There may be somebody with Pisces, Sagittarius, Aquarius. I also want to say Aries placements that is really coming in to help or benefit you, or you may need to show up or help or benefit them in some way, pouring into them being poured into, you being divinely poured into, you really understanding the seasons of things. And I do feel like the thing about the Wheel of Fortune is just like in the ways that life has, lifted you up, just as easily, it can knock you the fuck back down. And so there is something about understanding how beautiful it is to just be present, be in the present moment, and to just like be in awe of this shit because this shit is crazy. Yo, we're on a spinning rock in the middle of fucking space. Like for real. And they got us out here paying bills, living on stolen land. People out here thinking that it's theirs. Someone that I love. I love you, bitch, and you know who you are. Mwah, I love you. Gave me this quote, and it's all ownership is theft. All ownership is theft. Think about it. So we need to be out here living at a state of gratitude unlike any other. It's like be in awe of the fucking every little thing. Y'all know how happy I was about this cup? The people who know me know how much I freak out about this little cup. It's like I also like collect like lighters, and I'm like, let yourself be in awe of the little things. Let yourself really just like fall in love with the fact that you have the ability to even process intuition, that you have like a spidey sense that tingles, that you can also see, like you have the ability to like kind of look back and have hindsight and like see how the dots have connected. There is something about paying attention to the signs and wonders today. Paying attention to the synchronicity. There's going to be a lot of synchronicity, I feel like. And so there is something about surrendering as well. What does your faith in action look like? Can you surrender? When things change, what's your initial reaction, faith or fear? And also, I feel like some of you, this is another level. Not all of you are here yet, but some of you, this is what's coming in is the spark of some real abundance and real prosperity that's about to start. I feel like some of you, the divine is about to like give you a gift, give you bestow something upon you. You know what? It's Patreon. I love y'all. I'm going to give y'all the full tea. But we'll have that. I'll put this remember on. Okay, so please clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, the Five of Cups flew out. So I feel like what's about to change is maybe there's someone around you that's really depressed or really sad, and there is some sort of like conflict resolution with that. Maybe somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you're really like crossing an emotional bridge or dealing. I feel like these eclipses, the eclipse especially that is happening on the 19th, that it's like a full moon, partial lunar eclipse, I feel like. Where is that? Let me make sure I'm quoting it right. I want to say it. Yeah, on November 19th, there's a full moon, partial lunar eclipse at 27 degrees Taurus. And I do feel like that is going to help really eclipse out some of this intensity, some of the heaviness that Scorpio season has absolutely brought to the surface and purged. Anything else for the Wheel of Fortune? The Seven of Swords. Yeah, some of you are going to really be able to let some of these grudges go. Some of you have been stolen from. There's been injustices that you've been like holding on to, injustices that have motivated you, and they no longer serve that purpose anymore. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, it's like you're getting really like, it's like you get to drop being motivated by this stuff. You get to drop this heaviness and get poured into, get restored in a different way. Getting poured into, getting restored in a different way. There is a brand new emotional cycle. There is a brand new cycle in your luck, in your fortune, in your emotional capacity, in your spiritual capacity. There is a brand new cycle in regards to your relationships with people with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sagittarius placements as well. Please clarify the star. Please clarify the star. This feels really, really big, actually. And it feels very celebratory. I feel like some of you are really learning who's for you. You're like really learning the value of like fellowship, of togetherness, of like friendship. And I feel like some of you have really like needed something, needed someone. Yeah. And you're really in a place of being like, you're going to need to be receptive, because you guys want to, you've been wishing for something, and you're going to really have to like humble yourself to receive this. Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. There could be an influx of information, truth, inspiration, power, information that comes in that gives you the ability to cut the appropriate chords or to wield the truth. Truth teller, never lie, yeah, truth teller. And what clarified it was the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. So this feels like the star is going to be bringing clarity on new motivation. Like I said, no longer being driven and motivated by this. There is this influx of physical, spiritual, sexual energy that's coming in, that's going to put you in a position to tend to all the hard work and details that it's going to take to start. We've been talking about this, no longer letting your shadows wear you. It's like you're going from here to you mounting that shadow, you putting this shadow to work, this intensity, this strife, this addiction, this substance abuse, this toxic relationship, or the transformation that arises from all these ordeals. It's like, this is the transformation. It's like it gets you in motion. You start to realize that this heaviness that you're hanging, or that's hanging around you, it's just untapped power. It's that dark matter where everything is birthed from. And you've got to stop being afraid of this. You've got to learn what to do with this, rather than just letting it do whatever with you. You have dominion over your darkness, dominion over your shadow, and you really have the ability to like shift in your mind, to really start to stop going back and forth and really like figure out what cuts need to be made. What cuts need to be made. The divine's going to make it clear. It's going to put the sword of truth in your hands. And it's going to then, you make the cuts, and then it's going to fill you with all of this energy, this power, this ambition, this drive to move forward. To move fucking forward and to figure out what to do with this. You know, it's like some of you finally, it's like I don't know how this comes up for me is like as a writer. There was a very specific moment in my life where I remember what it felt like to write something beautiful from a place of joy. I used to always get like the best poetry out of, or the best songs would come out of pain. But then there were like 2 years that just stuff poured out of me, and it was from a place of joy, and I will never forget that point in life. And so there is this need for you to really understand how to transmute these grudges, these whatever it is that you're holding on to. It gets you in motion, and it gets you in the position where you're no longer bound to the tried and true, bound to like your comfort zone, and you really get free, get in motion, because you have the world in your hands. There's some sort of completion. Yeah, it's like the wheel has turned and has brought you some sort of completion. The world, even in the tarot deck. So there's completion, there's support, there's something to celebrate. There may be some graduation, maybe you going on a trip or going somewhere, and you're needing to plan for that. But I do feel like some of you get what you want. This is the go ahead to start your business, the information, the energy, the technology, the friends, the whatever it is, the hookups, the network, or whatever it is that you need to move forward. I do feel like there could be some sort of boost of sexual energy that you need to address with someone with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements possibly. And it does feel just like a really celebratory time, guys. So I just feel like lean into your ability to surrender, your ability to have faith that everything is turning in your favor, and that you are needing to let your internal GPS system run the show for a little bit so that you can be divinely led to exactly where, it's like that's a part of the co-creation. Like you are constantly co-creating, but there's balance. Just for those years that you put in, or those days that you put in all the work, there are those days that you surrender and give like rest and let the divine do their job. And that's what's coming up, especially for today. Surrender, have faith, pay attention to the signs. I love you. You got this.